I'm Bettina Bildhauer from the University of St Andrews, the German department, and I'm working on a book on material things as represented in medieval German literature at the moment. So I first found out about the IMC in 1997 at the University of Cologne just from seeing a poster, and I got excited about the fact that there was a whole congress on medieval studies. I of course didn't realize it was one of the first ones. So I wrote with an abstract, as you did, put it in the post, put a stamp on, and a few weeks later got back a letter, an acceptance letter. I interpreted it as an acceptance letter and was very excited and kind of kept the letter for ages, and I probably still have it, circled the words, and really was so excited to come to Britain and present, and I did, and it went really well. And what I most remember is not the actual sessions. My own session I do remember, but the rest was a bit of a blur. But I remember meeting lots of lovely people who were interested in the same stuff that I was interested in. And several of those were, already PhD students, and I kind of still stay in touch with them. And it has really shaped my career and really made me feel that I am a medievalist as much as a Germanist, or even more so. I think a lot of my colleagues in other fields envy us for having a big conference that really brings everyone from across the disciplines together and shapes the field. We don't have an equivalent in German studies in Britain. And I also think that the sense of community, the sense of a state of the art of knowledge, that you can kind of, you can just overhear conversations, you know what people are thinking about, what they're talking about, and then you have a basis for your work during the year, and then next summer if you want to, you can come back and check that it's still the state of the art. I think a lot of sort of sub-disciplines or societies have used the IMC in a series to do this, to keep coming back and keep kind of having the conversations and focusing the research on a joint level again. And of course it's incredibly international. It's not just interdisciplinary, it's really representing most of medieval studies and getting more and more global as we go on. So I reckon the world is changing very quickly at the moment, and so is medieval studies, partly in response to this. I think that people in the academy have become more aware that they don't own the Middle Ages, that the Middle Ages belong to everyone and are used and abused by everyone. So one of the exciting developments for me is that medievalism, that is the study of the post-medieval constructions and ideas of the Middle Ages, are becoming more and more prominent in the field, the study of medievalism. Some of it good, some of it bad. And I also think that the globalization of medieval studies is a very important trend, that we see that the Middle Ages didn't just happen in Europe, didn't just happen to white people, and that medieval studies now are done across the world as well. So we're seeing a lot more scholars and sessions on Africa, on Asia, on South America. I think that's a really positive trend, and I think the future will continue in that direction.